Let us start with rule number 121. This rule goes with past continuous tense. The first rule, it is about subject verb agreement. If you remember, I told you the other day when I taught present continuous tense rule, if you take the primary auxiliary be, in the present form, three words are there: am, is, are. The same primary auxiliary be in past, two words are there: was, were. Then you may get the doubt where to use was, where to use were. Based on that, rule number 121, subject to be past form combination. Imagine the subject is I. We have to use was. Imagine the subject is we, you, they. We have to use were. If the subject is he, she, it, we have to use was. This combination is the rule. What is this rule number 121? It is related to subject to be past form combination, the primary auxiliary be. Look at the examples. It was raining the whole night. It was. It was. She was driving the new car. She was driving the new car. They were singing a song. They were singing a song. Very simple sentences, but you have to focus on subject verb agreement. Let us go to rule number 122. This rule also goes with past continuous tense, but it is more about the use. If you remember, I have already told you guys, when it comes to tenses, two dimensions are important. One, rules are important. Equally important, uses. Based on the uses also, they have been asking questions. So what is this rule number 122? We should use past continuous tense to express an action that was going on when something else happened in the past. That means the combination is past continuous tense plus past tense. Imagine something happened in the past. For that you should use past tense. That time something was going on. For that you should use past continuous tense. Look at the example, you understand. I was having my dinner when the power went off. Something happened in the past. What happened? The power went off. That is in past. That time something was going on. What was going on? I was having my dinner. You can say the power went off while I was having my dinner. You can also say I was having my dinner when the power went off. He was reading a book when they went there. Something happened in the past. What happened? They went there. That should be in past. It is in past. That time something was going on. What was going on? He was reading a book. Past continuous tense. My mother was cooking when I went home. Something happened. What happened? I went home. That time something was going on. What was going on? My mother was cooking. You can express the same idea. I went home while my mother was cooking. I went home when my mother was cooking. My mother was cooking when I went home. While my mother was cooking, I went home. They all mean the same, different sentence patterns. And some students think when she was cooking is wrong. Need not be wrong. Between when and while, if you ask me, so what is the difference? If the action is going on, imagine the sentence talks about some continuity or action going on, we prefer the word while. While I was teaching, they came, or they came while I was teaching. Nothing wrong if I say they came when I was teaching. Both are correct, but subtle difference. What is that subtle difference? Between when and while, we prefer while. And while is also a contrasting word. It expresses a contrast. There the meaning is entirely different. What is the next one? Rule number 123. This also goes with past continuous tense use. We should use past continuous tense to express two or more actions going on at the same time in the past. That means what is the combination here? Past continuous plus past continuous. While I was teaching, he was writing. He was writing while I was teaching. I was teaching, past continuous. He was writing, past continuous. For both we have to use past continuous. While he was writing, she was reading. While he was writing, she was reading. Two actions going on at the same time in the past. For both actions, we should use past continuous tense. He was searching while she was waiting. He was searching while she was waiting. Both in past continuous. They were playing while he was running. One clause, they were playing, past continuous. Same time, something else was going on. What was going on? He was running. This is also an important thing you have to remember. Rule number 124. This also goes with past continuous tense. We should use past continuous tense to express the continuity aspect in the past. This is something very important. The continuity aspect in the past, to express that, we should use past continuous tense. With adverbs of time like the whole day, the whole night, the whole of yesterday. Imagine last night it started raining at 9:30, it stopped at 10. Then we say it rained last night. Imagine another scenario. It started raining at 9:30 last night. It rained till morning 6:30. Then we want to emphasize that continuity aspect. Then what do we say? It was raining the whole night. What is the time phrase here? The whole night. I'll give one more example. Imagine yesterday you did a lot of things. I ask you the question, what did you do yesterday? You may list out all the things. So I came here, I attended a particular session, then I went to the library. In the afternoon, I went to a movie. You list out a lot of things, all the things in past tense. But imagine another situation. Yesterday, morning to evening, you studied. Only one action, one activity. Then I asked the question, what did you do yesterday? What will be your answer? I was studying the whole day. I was studying the whole day. He was studying the whole night. They were studying the whole night. Then you have to recollect one idiom, burn the midnight oil. They were playing the whole day. Here the time phrases are very important. She was cooking the whole of yesterday. Perhaps she got a lot of guests, or perhaps not good at cooking. She had to spend a lot of time. She was cooking the whole of yesterday. All these are very important, and under pressure, what happens? Under pressure, not easy. I always tell students, in the past, before 2017, students would learn the rules, they would answer the questions, they would get the selection. Because that time, short sentences completely based on a rule. For example, she prefers coffee than tea. And any candidate will say it is wrong because the verb prefer takes a preposition to. So what is the correct sentence? She prefers coffee to tea. But those days are gone. Now they're giving lengthy sentences, and contextual awareness is very important. Simply you learn the rule, it doesn't mean you can answer the question. Rule plus contextual awareness. Then comes a pertinent question, relevant question. How do we become good at contextual awareness? Only one thing, you have to read the Hindu paper every day for 6 months to 9 months. 9 months down the line, you will get 3-4 bank jobs. Because same context, you get exposed. When you read the newspaper, you get exposed to a variety of contexts. Same context you get in the exam. Already you are exposed to that context, 1 second you can answer. But if you don't do that, you have to use your grammar knowledge, you have to take every option, check. It takes a lot of time. You may or may not get the answer. Try to spot the errors here. He is watching the program when I went home. We have 2 clauses here. He is watching the program, one clause. When I went home, another clause. What is contextual awareness here? Something happened in the past. What happened? I went home. That time something was going on. For that we should use past continuous tense, not present continuous tense. That means where is the error? He is watching is wrong. He was watching. He was watching the match when I went home. You can also say, I went home while he was watching the match. She was sleeping while he is reading. We have two clauses. She was sleeping, he is reading. Some students ask me, so why not change the first clause into present continuous? Then what do you get? She is sleeping while he is reading. But do remember, in the exam, they frame questions keeping your knowledge in mind, keeping your standards in mind, keeping the rules in mind. Here, the question has been framed not to test your knowledge related to present continuous, framed to test your knowledge related to past continuous. The second use of past continuous, what is it? We use it to express two or more actions going on at the same time in the past. Based on that, you cannot touch this one. She was sleeping, something was going on, she was sleeping, same time something else was going on. What are you supposed to say? This is what precisely I call contextual awareness. She was sleeping while he was reading. He was reading while she was sleeping. They are playing cricket the whole day. There's a clue for you. I always tell students that time phrases act as clues. What is a clue? When you read a sentence like this, your focus should be on the whole day. That means we have to use past continuous tense. They are playing is wrong. We have to say they were playing. They were playing cricket the whole day. We can also say they were playing cricket the whole of yesterday. Sentence number 4, he was driving the new car when I saw him. Something happened in the past. For that we should use past tense. What happened? I saw him. That time he was doing something. What was he doing? He was driving the new car. For that we should use past continuous. But here they have given past. He was driving the new car when I saw him. Nothing wrong with this. What is the sentence number? 4. Nothing wrong with sentence number 4. When I saw him, he was driving the new car. Or he was driving the new car when I saw him. Perfect sentence. She was watering the plants while he was weeding the garden. She was watering the plants. Something was going on in the past. Same time, something else was going on. For that also we should use past continuous. While he was weeding the garden, there's one important word here. In English, what happens? See, in this sentence, usually people think water means a noun. Water can be a noun, can be a verb. Water the plants. I watered the plants. Here it is a verb. I need a glass of water. Here it is a noun. She was watering the plants while he was weeding the garden. The problem with English, sometimes you have a particular word. It may have a positive connotation. It may have a negative connotation. Weed, typically a negative word. Weed means unwanted plant in a garden. Unwanted plant in a garden. Weeds, a lot of weeds. But modern days now, weed has another meaning related to drugs. Don't think of that. In a garden, you have plants of your choice, but sometimes you come across plants you don't want to have in your garden. They are known as weeds. We remove the weeds. But as a noun, it's a negative word. As a verb, weed as a verb, remove those unwanted plants. Look at this. He was weeding the garden means what? He was removing the weeds from the garden. It has a positive meaning. Like this, we have one more word, dust. If I say there's a lot of dust here, then dust has been used as a noun. Imagine I removed all the dust. I can say I dusted the table. I dusted the table sounds negative but positive meaning. I dusted the table means what? I removed the dust from the table. But when I say there's a lot of dust on the table, negative. I dusted the table, positive. These two words you have to remember and you got to be careful. The dog is barking the whole night. What is a clue for you? The whole night. Then we cannot use present continuous. We have to use past continuous. The continuity aspect in the past. Then what are you supposed to say? The dog was barking. Not is, we have to say the dog was barking the whole night. Question number 7. While he went home, he met his friend. Generally, in this context, we don't use the word while. Which one is a better word? When he went home, he met his friend. He met his friend when he went home. Better word is what? When. When he went home, he met his friend, or he met his friend when he went home. The lights went out while he's studying. Something happened in the past. The lights went out. Here we have an important phrasal verb. Power, we say go off. The power went off, OFF. Lights, we use out. The lights went out. Don't take the literal meaning. Went out means they did not function. The lights went out while he is studying or he was studying. It should be while he was studying. Something happened. What happened? The power went off or the lights went out. When did they go out? Something was going on while he was studying. It's a combination of past tense and past continuous. Sentence number 9, he met a stranger while he was going to the library. He was going to the library, that time something happened. What happened? He met a stranger. He met a stranger while he was going to the library. Nothing wrong with the sentence. Perfect. Absolutely. No issue at all. He was drawing a picture at this time yesterday. Sometimes what happens, we use past continuous with specific time in the past. If I ask you, what were you doing at this time yesterday? You can say, I was studying, I was listening to someone, I was listening to music. Based on that, he was drawing a picture at this time yesterday. Perfect. Nothing wrong with this also. We can use past continuous with specific time, but it has to go into the past. 3 tenses. If someone asks me, what are you doing right now? I'm teaching, present continuous. What were you doing at this time yesterday? I was teaching, past continuous. What will you be doing at this time tomorrow? I will be teaching, future continuous tense. Everything should be crystal clear. I think usually what happens, first you have to learn the rules, then you have to read regularly the Hindu paper to get that contextual awareness. Then when you read a sentence, within no time you will be able to spot the error. That's all for today. I have already explained. And next session, I will continue. 125 to it will go. Thank you.